Rough night last night for the Angels, dropping game number 1 of the 3-game set against the Oakland Athletics. Tonight it is game 2 under cloudy skies. As we take a look at the American League wildcard standings, so you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Boston Red Sox dropping their first game against the New York Yankees this afternoon. The Halos with a victory tonight would find themselves 2.5 back in the American League wildcard. We welcome you back inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on My 13. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner, Mark Gubicza. The Halos, over the last, let's say about 14 innings of baseball, have struggled a little bit offensively, and that's going back after collecting 29 hits Tuesday and Wednesday night against the Toronto Blue Jays. But starting with that 7th inning on into the 12th inning in Toronto and going into last night, the offense has been scuffling. There has been one little bright spot, especially of late. Torrey Hunter had the big home run late last night to tie the ball game up. It just was not enough.
Yeah, Victor, and the heart and soul of the whole entire team, Torrey Hunter, showing that emotion after he hit that home run to tie the ball game up. His 22nd home run of the season, 79th RBI. Drove the ball exceptionally well to right center field. That was the approach they were going after him with, and he went with the pitch. He wanted to will the team to win that ball game. That emotion he has. Hitting .322 since August 1st, so he's been able to do the little things offensively to give the team a chance. Hopefully they can jump on his back once again, and he'll provide some offense, and the younger players can relax and put some numbers up too.
Yeah, we got an interesting pitching matchup tonight. Jerome Williams trying to bounce back after a couple of shaky starts for him, and Guillermo Moscoso, who's had a nice season for the Oakland Athletics, going for the men in white shoes. Just about ready for baseball, so sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Combo is back. 2 chicken patties, bacon, and melting cheese. Served with a 20-ounce drink and small seasoned curly fries for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. And by Fiat, introducing the 2012 Fiat 500. Visit FiatUSA.com to find a studio near you. Kind of an odd day for baseball here at the Big A. As far as the weather's concerned, overcast skies, no real threat of rain in the forecast, so at least we've got that going for us. It is a pleasant evening temperature-wise. The Angels have taken the field, and we'll quickly look at the Oakland A's lineup put out by Bob Melvin. There has been a lineup change here of late, and we finally got it. Cliff Pennington has been a scratch in the lineup for the Oakland Athletics. Jamal Weeks will be the guy leading things off. He'll play second base. Coco Crisp is in center field. Hideki Matsui in left. Josh Willingham is the DH. David DeJesus in right field. No Cliff Pennington. Kurt Suzuki bumps up to the 6th spot. Brandon Allen jumps up to the 7th spot at first base. And Scott Sizemore is now batting 8th, and he will play third base. It's Eric Sogard batting 9th and playing shortstop for Pennington. That starting 9 from Melvin, taking on Jerome Williams, who's got a 3-0 record and a 3.22 earned run average.
Yeah, big thing for Jerome is get back to that good pace, especially against Oakland. They were very patient against him. He had 5 walks up in Oakland. Very patient with him, working that changeup, but he's got to stay down with the fastball, use that sinking fastball, cut fastball, and then when you get ahead of him, get him comfortable at the plate, use that off speed.
Jamal Weeks led off the ball game yesterday with a home run. He ended up going 1 for 4. The home run is second of the year. His average at .302. 33 runs batted in, 24 doubles and 4 triples on the year. 0-1 pitch way inside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Williams with 36 1/3 innings under his belt with the Angels this year. 36 hits, 26 strikeouts, and 12 walks. This one's lifted in the air toward left center field. Vernon Wells moving over. He'll make the catch for the first out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Angels tonight. Wells in left, Borges in center, Hunter is in right field. It's Kayasco, Ibar, Kendrick, and Trumbo around from third to first, and Bob Wilson doing the catching.
And Howie back at that second base position, very solid. He's going to make a couple good plays here. First game of the series against Oakland is 4 E's on the entire year, 105 games played. Second, he's turned 62 double plays and 472 total chances at second base.
Coco Crisp steps in, the center fielder and switch hitter. Had an 0 for 4 night last night. Looks at a fastball just below the knees. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Coco hitting .268 on the year. 8 home runs and 52 runs batted in. This one lined over the head of Ibar into left field, and it's a 1-out base hit.
Right away, you have a guy on base with tremendous speed. 44 stolen bases. Has been caught 9 times. It's very quick.
They brought down the Matsui land sign from the Coliseum. We got battling signs tonight. Matsui land and Torreytown out in right field. This might be an issue.
Hopefully not.
Perhaps you might make your way out to right field and offer the patrons out there a gumball from your gumball machine.
I might have to do that to make sure it becomes Torreytown the whole night.
Have you put down any gumballs yet?
No, I'm getting ready.
You've got 50 to crush tonight.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Don't mess around. And if you pass out, well, hopefully you don't hit your head on the counter.
That's all right. It's all part of the experience.
That's what it's all about. Hideki Matsui getting the start in left. Willingham the DH. Pitch out, nothing's happening. 1 ball, no strikes. Hideki had an 0 for 4 night last night against Jared Weaver. .251 on the year, 12 home runs and 71 runs batted in. Crisp takes off. The pitch is a strike. The third out from Wilson, a little bit high. Ibar trying to apply the quick tag, I should say. Crisp picks up the stolen bases, 45th of the season.
Remember early in the season when Coco Crisp stole 2 bases here in Anaheim, he slid by the base, and Ibar was able to keep the tag on him. He ended up being out. Another head first slide. Trying to keep a hand on, and he was able to do so. was so quick, and he gets a good jump, very difficult to throw out.
So man in scoring position for Matsui, has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And Hideki takes that pitch outside. 2-1. 45 stolen bases for Crisp. Puts him second in the American League. Brett Gardner at the start of the day had 46 for the Yankees. Yankees taking care of business in the Bronx. 9-1 winners over the Red Sox. That pitch down low, and it's 3 balls and a strike. This is kind of what we've seen from Jerome Williams of late with him. Early on, a strike throwing machine. Was not walking anybody. Matter of fact, for his first 6 appearances, had a total of 4 walks. That one missed inside, and it's a base on balls. Over the last 2 outings for Jerome, 8 walks, and now 9, including this one.
I think that's one of those things for Jerome. He's got to tap into the mindset. I was so successful working quickly, throwing a lot of strikes, utilizing my fastball down in the strike zone. Go back to that frame of mind. Don't try to trick hitters. Don't try to change speeds all the time. Just go and trust the fastball down in the strike zone to get a ground ball out.
Are you seeing anything mechanically that he's doing different than he was early on?
Well, he's definitely a guy that throws from 3/4, different than when he first came up with the Giants. But I've seen him pull across his body, not out in the front leg with that fastball as much.
Pickoff attempt, and his hand just got in ahead of the tag. Jim Wolf making the call at second base.
A good timing play put on by Howie. Real close. I'm not so sure he didn't get him. Better view right here. Well, I think he got the elbow before the hand got in on the base.
Willingham rolls it foul. Mike Gallego with the play, the third base coach. 0-1 count on Willingham. The DH tonight had a 1-for-3 game. Also was hit by a pitch. A nice season for him. His free agent year, the .251 average, 27 home runs, 93 runs batted in. Already stated the willingness to re-sign with Oakland. And you would figure that his best option would be to remain in the American League so that he has the opportunity, like days like tonight, to serve as a DH, kind of get him off his feet. 0-1. A hit in the air toward left, chasing Vernon back a couple of steps. Coco Crisp going back to the bag at second. Wants to tag, does not go as Vernon makes the catch. It's a strong throw to the cutoff man, 2 outs.
Well, the bottom line is Jerome Williams got away with a hanging breaking pitch, but because he got that first pitch fastball on the outer half, first strike, it makes the hitter aware of that fastball away, and you can just get him out in front enough, even if you make a bad pitch on your breaking ball.
So with 2 outs, here's David DeJesus. A 1-for-4 game, and it was kind of a big one. It made it a 2-run deficit for the Angels in the 9th inning. 10th home run of the year. His 46th run batted in. His swinging first pitch. Fouls one off to the left.
He has 10 home runs in his season, but he has 3 this year against the Angels. Continues to swing the bat so well against the Angels this year alone. In .351 with 3 home runs and 8 RBI.
Just a .236 average for DeJesus. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last 2 starts for Jerome out on the road against the Blue Jays his last time. 2 runs, both unearned runs, 6 hits and 6 1/3, weaving in and out of trouble in Toronto, but managing to go unscathed as far as the earned runs are concerned. No decision for him. That pitch outside. It's 2-1.
He's almost like he's guiding that changeup.
Yeah.
In his first few starts, especially here, he was out in front and trusting the grip and his wrist action to be able to take the speed off the pitch. There he's guiding that changeup.
That might have been his best pitch when he got here in his first several appearances with the Angels.
Yeah, I didn't remember him having that good of a changeup, but it was excellent his first couple starts.
This one out toward left, chasing Wells back, and still going back is Vernon. They'll make the catch. Oakland gets 2 on here at the top of the first. Leave them stranded as we hit the bottom of the first. Ibar, Kendrick, and a break to face Moscoso with no score. '72 have Eric Ibar leading things off in short. Howie Kendrick at second base. Bobby Abreu DH. Torrey Hunter, the cleanup hitter in right field. Mark Trumbo, the Angels team MVP, is announced before the game, is at first base. Alberto Callaspo at third. Vernon Wells in left. Peter Borges in center. Bobby Wilson doing the catching. He will bat ninth as they take on the 27-year-old from Maracay, Venezuela, the name of Guillermo Moscoso.
Moscoso, pretty good fastball, sinking action on there, 89 to 92 range. Good curveball, changeup. Has thrown the ball well against the Angels this season. 1-0 with an ERA just barely over 2, so he keeps the ball down. There's a lot of strikes.
His last time out, could not get through 5 innings, took a no decision. That was on the 13th of September. Allowed 3 earned runs, 5 hits in 4 2/3. Coming off a loss against the Detroit Tigers. A nice season overall for the right-hander as Eric Ibar settles into the batter's box. Eric had an 0 for 2 game last night. Matter of fact, the Angels just managed 3 hits. And all 3 coming against the starter, Gio Gonzalez. Ibar hitting .280 with 10 home runs, 59 runs batted in. 33 doubles, 8 triples. Takes that pitch inside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Lifted in the air. Down the left field line. Long run in for Hideki Matsui. Sogard, the shortstop, is there. Matsui overruns the baseball, and that falls in for a double. Matsui was calling for it. It may have been that last moment glance and or hearing Sogard cut across as the shortstop, which is an easier play for him, that may have kind of forced the issue where he overran the baseball.
Yeah, you'll see right now coming up, he'll look over and just glance at Sogard as he got in front of him. Matsui's calling the baseball all the way through. And then looking over at the last second as that ball came back. And a lot of times when the ball's high in the stadium, it will drift back towards fair territory. It ends up being a break for the Angels.
Man in scoring position, 34th double for Ibar. They're calling that an error. So it's not a double, an error.
That may change because it was ball never hit his glove.
Never hit his glove, and you're in full sprint toward the foul line.
Should have been made? Yes. But did it hit his glove? No.
Yep. I'm not going to change it. I'm defiant today. Howie lofting one foul down the right field line, tailing into the seats. No balls and 2 strikes.
Like the edge you got.
You like that?
Yes.
Howie 0 for 4 last night. Had a critical plate appearance in the 8th inning last night with the bases loaded. Got to a 3-2 count against Grant Balfour before he flied out to end that 8th inning threat. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1 away. Howie unable to even advance the runner to third. Let's take a look at the defense for Oakland tonight. Matsui in left, Crispin center, De Jesus in right. Sizemore, Sogard, Weeks, and Allen from third to first, and Kurt Suzuki behind the plate.
Coco Crisp with 1 error this season. Very good at center field. 315 total chances, covers a lot of ground. 2 outfield assists also for Crisp. Not known necessarily for a strong arm, but he does get that ball in quickly to the cutoff man.
So Bobby Abreu steps to the plate now. Bobby's average at .252, 7 home runs, 55 runs batted in. It's been a rash of spin moves this year in Major League Baseball.
That must be something they worked in spring training, a number of clubs.
You think so? Do you think there was a video on it?
Yeah, I think there was a technique that worked
like
so well.
The Patches O'Houlihan dodgeball video.
Pretty much the same.
Pickoff attempt, no throw.
Again, I'm airmailing that ball to second base at that point. If I'm spinning around that quickly, I'm throwing it. There should have been someone there.
Oh, man. Bobby did not play last night. Went 7 for 28 on the road trip. 3 for 12 against the Blue Jays. Looks at a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Bobby had 1 rough night where he went 0 for 5 with 4 punch outs. 4th time in his career that he had a 4 strikeout game. Oh, 1 pitch. Lays off the high fastball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tom Hallion calling the balls and strikes tonight. Ron Kolpa's at first base. Jim Wolf at second. And Daryl Cousins, the crew chief, standing at third.
Daryl Cousins did a nice job last night.
Yeah. Hallion's one of those guys you like for his strikeout call, right? Bobby lifting one in the air toward left center field. Chasing Chris back. High bar seems like he wants to tag. Does so. Sogard cuts the baseball off. But there are 2 outs now with a man at third.
Yeah, Tom Hallion, the guy behind the plate, he's not afraid to ring up a hitter if there's a pitch close on the corners. Got one of the best third strike call out signs in the game.
Here's Torrey Hunter with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. Torrey's 1 hit last night, a home run, his 22nd of the year. 79 runs batted in. Guillermo's first pitch is a breaking ball that misses low. Moscoso's had some big league time prior to this year. Matter of fact, broke in at the big league level with Texas in 09. Pitching in 10 games, all in relief. Got 1 game in last year. Acquired back in January. 1-0. Torrey, a big swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
You know, Torrey right away, he's trying to get these guys pumped up for the game. As usual, the heart and soul of this club, the emotion he always brings to the game. Wants an opportunity once again to get to the postseason. He's ready.
He's trying. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And even in the 9th inning when Torrey made it out, you could see in his facial expression, how important it was for him to get on base to give the team a chance to come back. They're down by 2 runs at that point. In his mind, he failed the team by not getting on base. That's the type of player he is. It's all about him helping the team win.
Shoots this one to right field. There's a base hit. Ibar will score on the Angels, have a 1-0 lead. 2-out piece of hitting for Torii Hunter. Picks up his 80th run batted in.
Now we got the Torii Town. Exactly what it should be. Talked about him wanting to be in these situations. That's a good pitch. If you're Moscoso, you think you delivered the perfect spot, but Torii, last couple of games going very well the other way on fastballs on the outer half and down.
Torii had 90 runs batted in last year, 80 now this year. And here's the Angels team MVP, Mark Trumbo, at the plate. Looks at a pitch just down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Trumbo had a 2-for-4 game last night, the average of 257. 29 home runs, 87 runs batted in. 31 doubles and 1 triple. One 0 pitch. Trumbo yanks it foul and almost decapitates Dino Evil at third base. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. This is what was going on pregame. Jared Weaver, Nick Adenhart Award for Pitcher of the Year. Mark Trumbo, the team MVP.
You guys having tremendous seasons. Well, Jared threw the ball extremely well again last night.
Quick throw to first. Torii back. The 1-1 pitch. Mark fouls it off to the right. A ball and 2 strikes now. The Angels getting on the board here at the bottom of the first. Ibar reaching on the disputed error. A 2-base error. Went to third on the fly out by Bobby Abreu, which was the second out, then scored on Torii's base hit to right. Moscoso's 1-2. Trumbo grounds one toward short. Sogard has it, flips the reach. They force out Hunter. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels strike first. They get a run on a hit and an error. Through 1. They lead at 1-0. It's our pleasure to welcome into the booth former Angels and Oakland A's outfielder Joe Rudi, kind enough to join us. And how have you been? You look fantastic.
I've been doing great. I've been so blessed, and we just had our 5th grandchild born, and my son actually moved down here to Southern California, pretty close to the ballpark, so I hope to get down here quite a bit more.
Well, congratulations on the birth of your 5th grandson. Fantastic.
Yeah, we're having a great time.
I'll tell you what, your first pitch had some pretty good fuzz on there. You were throwing that ball hard.
Well, wasn't sure. I didn't know I was going to put that heavy jacket on to throw the ball, so I wasn't sure I was going to get it there, and I didn't want to bounce it.
No, when I was watching, I was looking over. I said, "This is one of my all-time favorite players," and you went out there through a good pitch.
Well, I was more worried about my son catching it. I didn't want to short hop him.
Suzuki, Allen, and Sizemore here in the second for Oakland. Here's a look at your ceremonial first pitch. Not wasting any time.
Who's that white-haired guy?
That's Gas.
Yes, you weren't messing around.
You know what? Oh, wait a second. Little
twinge.
The elbow pop there?
Oh, yeah.
Little lactic acid buildup, perhaps?
Yeah, been a while.
Just another outfield assist for you.
Break all those bottle caps loose again.
Again, another position player that is capable of throwing the ceremonial first pitch in the air all the way to home.
Now, why do you always look at me? I made it to home.
I heard that, though. All the pitchers were bouncing the ball. What's going on?
Why do you think that is, Joe? I mean, after all these years, I guess those guys are somewhat broken down a little bit.
Well, I hate to bring up things about pitchers and non-athletes and different things like that. But, there was some discussion over the years about athletes and non-athletes and whatever, but we won't go into that.
We won't. I do want to ask you, though, as we change the subject, and since you have such a long history with the Oakland Athletics, and talking a little bit about that dynasty, and then right after that dynasty, how things started to break up. Charlie Finley trying to make trades. The first one to Reggie Jackson went to the New York Yankees. You were involved in a potential deal, right? That was nixed as well. And that basically is what helped land you with the Angels.
It really was. I mean, I didn't make any bones about it. I wanted to come and play it down here. I loved Gene Autry, and I loved this place to play. My biggest disappointment my whole career was that I could never stay in one piece down here. But, we got we got sold, actually, on June 15th in 76, and Finley was breaking up the team because nobody was signing that first year of free agency. And we didn't play that first night, and the next day my wife had already got the whole house packed, everything, all the trunks were at the ballpark ready to go back east. And we get the word that Bowie said no, trades off, and then Finley wouldn't have us, so we were in limbo for 3 weeks. We couldn't do anything.
But, Joe, I still got to go back to that play you made in the World Series. I mean, does everyone still talk about that play you made up against the wall?
I think people remember World Series more. That's one of the things I talked about in the pregame thing was that, people remember more about the guys that were on winning teams. And there's an awful lot of great players, and, I was very fortunate to play on a good team and win a World Series. And people remember that. And, I just very fortunate to make a good play at the right time.
How different, and we've heard a number of stories from those teams in the early 70s for Oakland. How different was that team, that bunch of guys, versus that 79 Angels team?
Well, it was the same thing. Baseball was such a game of being, not only putting together a good team, but also keeping you guys healthy. And people don't realize, through those years that we won, 5 straight divisions, 3 straight World Series, we never had any major injuries. I mean, the only major injury we have was 72 when Reggie tore his hamstring, he scored the winning run in the playoffs against Detroit. But other than that, we never had any major injuries to our starting pitchers, our main pitchers, or our everyday players. And we pretty much stayed on the field that whole period of time. And you look at the teams, and the injury thing that has such a huge effect. And we had a great team here in '79. We had a good team in '77. And I went down, Rich went down, Tanana started 13-2 and ended up hurting his arm. And we had a really good shot in '77 and winning it.
And that's what everyone always says. Well, this team, coming into this year, everyone was talking about the Boston Red Sox. They were just given the World Series. But if you have some injuries and some key guys go down there, your pitchers don't do their job, or position player struggles, or like a guy like Kevin Youkilis has been out for a while, that is the big key, staying healthy. Nobody really ever talks about that because baseball is too hard.
It really is. And, we've seen it where, teams have tried to purchase an all-star lineup, and that's not what the key is. It's chemistry, having the right people at the right place, and how they work together, support each other. And, it's just one of those things when you lose one of your key guys, it just really disrupts the team. It really does.
One of the things you said and pointed out was you really wanted to play for Gene Autry. Was that the word around the American League, Major League Baseball? This guy's just an absolutely great owner.
Well, we knew he was a great guy, and who in his right mind would not want to play in Anaheim? I mean, look at the weather here; it's just a gorgeous place. There's a few million more people here than there was in the '70s, but it was a great place to play. I think my biggest disappointment coming down here was when they changed the ballpark over when the Rams came, because it was such a beautiful ballpark, great place to play. And when they changed it to football stadium, it just, to me, ruined the ballpark. And I'm so happy to see what this looks like today. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, there he is right there, Gene Autry, the statue out in front. Now, you mentioned it before, the stadium being open and is compared, and then all of a sudden they closed it up. It had to be a big difference for as far as the way the baseball carried.
It really did. It made a lot of difference in every way, really. The whole thing here, a lot of the coast teams here, Oakland was the same. It was night games here when you had the fog coming in and stuff and the heavy air. It was a little tough at night to get the ball out of here. It jumped during the day. The biggest thing I remember coming down here to play every day was our Sunday games with the smog at times and feeling like you had an ice pick stuck in your sternum. And the trainers used to put, washcloths with ammonia water on your face to get rid of that. And I don't know if they still have that issue down here or not, but that's the one thing that was really striking to me, was playing all the day games down here.
Oh, with 2 outs, so a walk issued to Sizemore. Now the infield single to Sogard, and Jerome Williams with a couple of men on. And 2 outs here with the Angels up by the score of 1-0.
Now, who would be the pitcher that you like playing behind the most? You had Vita Blue up there in Oakland, who had an unbelievable season. Then you've had other pitchers. Who would be the guy that you like most playing behind?
Without question, was both Kenny Holtzman and Catfish Hunter. Both those guys pitched so fast. I mean, we had so many games that were less than 2 hours. It was unbelievable. I mean, Kenny Holtzman, he just threw the ball and said, "Here, hit it." And he had such great stuff, really. You think about it, people hardly ever talk about Holtzman in those teams. He won 60 games in those 3 years we won the World Series, and people rarely talk about him. Of course, Catfish had those fantastic years. And but those guys threw strikes, and they were quick and playing defense. I mean, that's what you want. You want guys out there, and you hate people that walk around and take their time between pitches.
Hey, by the way, you said pitchers weren't good athletes. I can remember him hitting a home run in the World Series, didn't he? He's the last one to hit a home run, I think, maybe?
Well, Holtzman hit a home run, and I don't think many people know, but Catfish Hunter actually made an extra $5,000 a year, which was a lot of money back then, for his hitting. He was a great hitter, and always had a very high batting average, and he was amazing. Both he and Holtzman were good hitters.
Was it an incentive clause or just a straight $5,000 for every chance he had to swing a bat?
No, I think it was just part of his salary. Back then, we didn't really have incentives type clauses in those days, and that's talking about the game change we were talking earlier. My first year in the big leagues in '67, I think the minimum wage was somewhere around $6,500 a year. And how things have changed over the years, but whatever area you play in, if you get to the big leagues, it's great.
2 balls and a strike on a week. So grounds went over to Howie Kendrick. This should only win, and it does. Joe, pleasure getting a chance to catch up with you.
Thank you. Great being down here. I love it.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
We head to the bottom of the second with the Angels up by the score of 1-0. That's talent right there. 2 plates of food and a baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Is that how you're going to carry your gumball machine out tonight?
I think so.
Near and dear to your chest?
Yes, there's no question.
You've how many of you? Oh, there you go. Gumballs everywhere. Alberto Callaspo looks at his strength. His strength at the bottom of the second. How many you've?
6 so far.
6 gumballs so far.
I'm going to take a couple more in there right now.
44 more to go.
Yeah. Got through the inning.
Yep. Callaspo weeks at Borges here against Moscoso. So how many gumballs does that thing hold?
Well,
as you chew it,
a lot of them. That's for sure.
More than 50?
Yeah, I'm guessing about 75. Got 2 more in there. I got 8 now, so I'm all right. I'm working my way there.
Callaspo hitting .287 on the year, 6 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Rolls over this one to second. 1 out. Fans Angels season seat holders making the commitment to renew for the 2012 season are being entered into a sweepstakes to win a new iPad 2. Today's sweepstakes winners are Florence Conley, Jason Forgash, and Mike Hubart. I hope I pronounced your last names correctly. Congratulations. Thank you for the renewal. To renew your season seats today, log on to angels.com/SSH. And if I didn't pronounce it, just blame Gooby and email him. So that's what we did.
Yes, thank you.
Aaron Bell swinging first pitch, rolls over this one to short. 2 outs.
Again, the approach once again, they're staying away. Whether it's Moscoso or Gonzalez last night, staying away, forcing you to hit the ball the other way. But if you're going to roll over, hit ground balls to short or second on those pitches, he's going to live out in that outer half until you make the adjustment as a hitter.
Two outs and nobody on for Peter Borges. Moscoso throws the pitch down in the dirt. Peter 0 for 3 night last night, hitting .270 on the year. 12 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Our thanks again to Joe Rudy for joining us in the booth. Left us and said, I got to go talk to my old catcher. So he's next door with Ray Fosse. Glenn Kuiper.
Ray Fosse said to Joe Rudy, the best teammate he ever had.
Yeah.
He's one of the nicest human beings the game has ever seen.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fosse's got a little pep in his step.
Yeah, he does.
For some reason. Not that he's an angry guy to begin with, but he's I don't know, extremely chipper today. Maybe it's because Joe's in the house.
Maybe he got into the gumballs too.
Little sugar rush?
Yes.
We should send Dean, our stage manager, over there to find out if that's the case.
Yeah, it should. They're good friends.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on Borges. Peter fouls it off to the right. The Angels getting a run in the first, courtesy of a Torrey Hunter 2-out base hit to right that scored Eric Ibar. Moscoso originally in the Tigers system. Traded to Texas in exchange for Gerald Laird. This is a ground ball to second base. Jamal Weeks has it. Moscoso has himself a 1-2-3 second. 2 complete. The Angels up 1-0. Jerome Williams to face 2, 3, and 4 for Oakland here in the third inning. Crisp, Matsui, and Willingham ended up facing 5 batters in that second inning because of the walk to Sizemore and then that little infield base hit that rolled up the first base line off the bat of Eric Sogard. Coco is 1 for 1. Had a base hit to left field, stole a base. His 45th of the year, but was stranded in scoring position. Great numbers here at the Big A. Inside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Cayaspo playing in on the grass. 2-0 is bounced toward first. Trumbo has it. Takes it himself. There's out number 1.
That was a nice job by Mark there to keep his body in front. That was a tough in-between hop. If he wasn't going to be able to field it cleanly, he was going to be able to have it in front of his body. He can get there and step on the base. But there in front, good guy to keep off the base pass, because then all of a sudden you worry about Chris being on there and stealing a base and take away the concentration of a guy like Matsui at the plate.
Matsui looks at a breaking pitch. It kind of slips out of the hand of Williams. 1 ball, no strikes. How's that gum treating it?
Really good.
Yeah.
You going to be all right sending me to the dentist at all sometime next week?
You got it.
Thank you.
Matsui bounces this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matsui drew a walk, 1 of 2 base on balls issued by Williams in this game. 2 hits allowed. This one's slapped foul, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We weren't kidding. These are the gumball machines that were handed out here today, filled with gumballs. You've eaten 8 here. Have a couple more.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Just go down.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a big gumball guy.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
2 more.
2 more. That's beautiful.
Pop them in.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Matsui. Little dribbler toward first. Trumbo will tag Matsui. 2 outs. Brings up Josh Willingham. See the score down in St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay Rays defeating Ricky Romero. So the Rays now a game and a half back of the Boston Red Sox. Boston and New York will play a doubleheader tomorrow. Red Sox will be featuring Tim Wakefield and John Lackey in their doubleheader against New York, who came out swinging the bats big time against John Lester early.
They have 6 runs in the second inning.
This one off the end of the bat towards first. Trumbo takes it. It's like deja vu all over again. A 1, 2, 3, third. We hit the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Angels. Third inning. I wonder if Mark Trumbo hurt his ankle or something. He had 3 ground ball outs, 3 assists.
Looked like he was trying to avoid Jerome Williams' second ground ball at him. We hope he's okay. That's for sure. You hope he don't just go in there and get treatment and get right back in the game here. So important, not only the defensive side, but obviously on the offensive side.
Bobby Wilson to lead things off. Swinging first pitch, bounces it foul. It's no balls, 1 strike.
See that play right there as he tried to avoid making contact with Jerome Williams.
Didn't look like he rolled an ankle. Maybe felt something, a tweak in the knee perhaps. One. This would bounce to the left side. Sizemore to his left. Fires to first. And Bobby retired for the first out. So once we hear word, we will certainly pass it along.
Number 2, shortstop Eric Ibach.
Back to the top of the order now, and Eric Ibach. Nice job by Jerome there in that 3rd inning too. A lot of movement on his pitches.
Well, a lot of weak hacks against him there too. So 8 pitches in that inning to get 3 ground ball outs to Mark Trumbo.
Ibach skying one down the left field line, and it's slicing into the seats.
And you wonder
balls and 1 strike.
Mark Trumbo just went down below in the dugout area, and you wonder if down there below there's an opportunity to be able, if there was an ankle, they can wrap an ankle up quickly. Adam Neville, the trainer, could be down there working on Trumbo if they feel he's all ready to go back out. Hopefully that'll be the case where he's going to be okay.
Ball and a strike on Ibach, who reached on an error. Scored the only run in this game. The Torrey Hunter base hit in the 1st inning. But it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Ibach had his 7-game hitting streak snapped last night with the Ofer. The 2-1 makes it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A terrific month of September for Eric Ibach after a very tough month of August. 394 is what Ibach is hitting in September. Get below 200 in August. This one up the line. That's a fair ball. Brandon Allen has it. Feeds. Moscoso's covering. 2 outs. Nice play by Allen to stay with it.
Yeah, it was a well-played baseball. Allen not only showing some good range, but a perfect feed as Moscoso covered the base. Showing some good range right down the line. Himself a good throwing position, a solid throw. That's what you want to, if you're a first baseman, you want to throw the ball high enough so you don't have the pitcher trying to find the base and then have a low throw. You want a higher throw. That was a perfect throw as Moscoso can catch the baseball, then find the base at the same time.
Howie Kendrick comes up now. At 2 outs and nobody on. Breaking pitch inside. Howie went down swinging in the 1st inning. The only strikeout that Moscoso's picked up tonight. No walks, 1 hit allowed. Mark back in the dugout. Off the end of the bat, rolled foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Moscoso's actually retired the last 6 in a row since giving up that base hit to Torrey Hunter in the 1st.
It's been a ground ball machine since.
6, yep, all 6 of them. Breaking pitch pulled over to third. Sizemore has it. The 1-2-3 inning. 3 complete here at the Big A, and the Angels with a 1-0 lead. Trumbo back over at first base. That is a good sign. There's a couple of the ground outs that we saw. A little hesitant jumping in on that one.
Yeah, it looked like initially like it's something tweaked there, and then and another one right after that. Had to go around. See there, just a little bit of a twinge. Like it was in the calf or knee area. The right leg.
David DeJesus to lead things off.
It looks like he has some kind of a wrap or a brace around his knee area.
Jesus takes downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. A fly ball to left for the A's right fielder. He's 0 for 1. Jerome Williams, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and 2 hits allowed. Off-speed pitch rolled foul. Looks like Jerome starting to get the feel for that changeup once again.
Boy, just good arm action with that pitch, keeping it down, running it off the outside corner against the left-handed batter. The commitment to swing. It starts middle part of the plate, then goes off the outside corner. Very effective. Try a curveball here.
Lifted in the air on the third base side into foul territory goes Callaspo, and this one into the seats. One, two. Breaking pitch, bounce foul on the first base side this time. Jerome's thrown 51 pitches so far. 28 strikes, 23 balls. So the ratio not quite where you'd want it to be. But effective nonetheless here in the early going. Had his first 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd inning. Upstairs the fastball, 2-2.
Tried to elevate with that 4-seam fastball there, that 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Unlikely you think in terms of sinker away or changeup. I'm going to change up here.
This one out to left. Vernon has to go back on it and reaches up and makes the catch. 1 out.
Good changeup by Jerome, and was down. When initially coming in on that baseball, then it started drifting back and had to go over the head to make the catch.
So nobody on base now for Kurt Suzuki. Shortstop, who grounded out. Cut fastball missing down and away. The A's away from the Coliseum, 20 games under 500 with their victory last night at 28-48. 23-29 record against the West. The Halos now at even 500 within the division. They've played very well here at home. Good sinking fastball there, rolled foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Real good pitch there, especially behind the count. You're in a good fastball count. If you're Suzuki, you're looking out over the plate, and then he runs that sinker down and in.
Count even out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Emergency hack with that fastball. Count remains at 2-2. Native Hawaiian, 2nd round pick of the Oakland A's. 2004 out of Cal State Fullerton. Well, that's not easy to do right there. That's a foul pop-up in the upper deck, almost directly behind the right-handed batter's box.
Especially after you go to the right side and hit the upper tank with a foul ball late on a fastball.
Full count now. Brandon Allen on deck. Was it Adam Lind that did that the same thing in Toronto? Left-handed hitter.
Yeah, that was him.
Here's a 3-2. Boy, really ran that sinker in on Suzuki. Fouled it off his body.
Yeah, it looked like it around the kneecap. Ball had so much movement on it. He has that protective guard around the ankle area, but that was higher up on the leg. Oh, right on the knee.
Yep. Bob Melvin, a former catcher.
Well, by the end of the season, catchers, it's unbelievable what they have gone through. From foul tips to hitting baseballs off your leg when you're hitting to trying to block pitches in the dirt. Very difficult position. And dealing with pitchers upset at some of the pitches you put down for them. Shaking them off and then get mad when you make a mistake.
Yeah. Never your fault, right, as a pitcher?
Never.
Why would it be?
What was he thinking about putting down the 2 when I wanted to throw 1?
Did you ever have communication issues as a child?
I'm not still a child.
It's debatable. Kurt appears to be all right, still limping. You wonder how much longer he stays in the game. That's one of those that usually tightens up as time goes on.
But does he seem to play every single game?
Yeah.
I mean, that game we had up in Oakland was a long game. It had been an extra inning game, night game, and then he played the next day. It was a day game.
Yeah, this is 131st game of the year, matching last year. Previous 2 years, 147 and 148 respectively. Pulls this one to third. Callaspo has it. Plenty of time. And that is out number 2. Still limping on there as he heads back to the dugout. Fans, the Angels' wives and girlfriends have put together their annual player favorites baskets for an online auction to raise money for the Angels Foundation. The baskets contain autographed game-used items and items from the players' hobbies other than baseball. To bid on the baskets and for more information, just log on to angels.com. Brandon Allen looks at a slow breaking pitch. It drops in for strike one. Allen went down looking into second. Rolls this one foul. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
And a lot of off-speed pitches. The Angels have been attacking them with changeups and curveballs. Then they'll try to go upstairs with a fastball, but mostly all off-speed.
A 1-2 count. There's only been 2 strikeouts in this game. Allen went down looking to second. Kendrick went down swinging in the first. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Down goes Allen. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Jerome Williams. We get to the bottom of the 4th. The Halos still up 1-0.
Warner Cable. Switch to digital TV with HD for as low as $33.33 a month. Call 1-855-TWC-HD-TV.
Bottom of the 4th, Angels up by the score of 1-0. Kurt Suzuki trying to make sure that knee does not stiffen up. Grimacing in pain as he was catching those warm-up pitches from Guillermo Moscoso.
I can't believe he came back out. Definitely battles each and every game.
Abreu, Hunter, and Trumbo here in the 4th inning. We get 5 more gumballs in.
Yes.
So 15 now.
15. It's quite comfortable too.
Oh, I bet. It's not impairing your speech whatsoever either.
No, not at all.
That's good. Bobby hit a fly ball to center field in the 1st inning, so he's 0 for 1. Pulls this one to second. Weeks is there. 1 out. Another ground ball out for Guillermo Moscoso.
Another batter out in front trying to pull the baseball.
That's 8. And all 8 in a row. Torrey Hunter with an RBI base hit in the 1st inning. 1 for 1. 80th run batted in this year.
And Torrey had the right approach against him, going the other way. Good hard base hit between 1st and 2nd for an RBI.
Swings through the first pitch here as Moscoso did. Pulled the string on him. 0-1. Ground ball over to Weeks. Jones. Kind of Rich Harden-like to me. The way, not stuff, I'm just talking about kind of his mechanics, his windup, a little bit of a pause.
Real slow, and then boom, right through the throwing motion. Sometimes you get throw off the timing of a hitter because the guy's slow and deliberate, then all of a sudden at the very end, that quick arm motion. Luis Aquino was a teammate of mine, was very good at that. He was slow, methodical, then all of a sudden through his mechanics at the very end, the baseball was on top of you.
Trumbo swinging a miss on the breaking ball. No balls in a strike. Take a look at our Blue Shield League leaders. Leads Major League Baseball rookies this season with home runs, runs batted in, and doubles. Fouled it back. 0-2. Mark rolled into a fielder's choice that ended the first innings. He's 0 for 1. Oh-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Trumbo. Second strikeout for Moscoso. 4 in the book still. 1-0 Halos. The score of 1-0. Jerome Williams to face 8-9-1 for the Oakland Athletics. The Halos trying to tie this series up at a game apiece, dropping last night. The final of 3-1. Sizemore looks at a breaking ball for strike one. Sizemore drew a walk with 2 outs in the second. I think it was stranded in scoring position. One ball, 1 strike. Oakland with no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 4 left on. Angels 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. Two-one pitch. Down low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Tigers ended up losing tonight to Baltimore, so Justin Verlander unable to pick up his 25th win. It also has an impact on the postseason. The Rangers now with a 1-game advantage as far as best record. If the playoffs started today, Texas would host Boston, Yankees, and Tigers. 3-2, bouncer toward the middle, Ibar to his left, can't get it. Sizemore's on board with a leadoff base hit. First time tonight that Oakland has had their leadoff man on.
Well, there's nothing really you can do there to Jerome Williams. You get a good ground ball right off the dirt in front of the plate. Well placed by Sizemore right up the middle. sacrifice bunt situation now with Sogard up.
Sogard bounces one past a diving Trumbo into right field. Sizemore will advance to third. Eric Sogard, who was put into the lineup at the last minute for Cliff Pennington, has 2 hits. Nobody out.
And Bob Melvin giving a 1 pitch to swing at. The corner infielders playing in, coming up, and ball right by him. Trumbo tried to make the play, but hit well. First and third. Couple singles.
Back to the top of the order, Jamal Weeks, second baseman. 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a ground ball to second. Cayaspo playing in at third. Middle infielders taking a couple of steps in, not playing in or halfway, just trying to cut off anything hit toward them to see if they can try to turn 2 with Weeks at his speed, especially from the left side.
Bottom line, if you're Jerome Williams right now, your thought process is limit damage. Yes, you like to get through this thing without giving up a run, but you want to make sure you don't allow Oakland to have a big inning against you.
Weeks called time as Williams was kicking his leg up, and it was granted by Tom Hallion. A 1-ball, no strike count. Sizemore, Sogard with back-to-back hits to start this 5th inning. Puts runners at the corners, and Weeks delivers a base hit to left to make that 3 straight hits as this game is tied at 1.
Boy, Weeks continues to swing the bat well against the Angels. Now 6 RBI on the season for him. Fastball up. Went the other way with the pitch.
Angels look like they're going to start some action in the bullpen. Guys loosening out there, stretching, like Butcher paying a visit. Must-win situation, as it has been pretty much all week. The Angels have not taken advantage, and that coupled with the struggles of the offense, especially of late. Last half of the game against Toronto last night, and here tonight, 1 hit against Guillermo Moscoso this evening. Putting a lot more pressure on Williams to be
perfect,
careful or perfect. Yeah.
Doesn't allow you to go in the middle part of the plate too often when you don't have a lot of run support, because if you throw some pitches down the middle and get hit, all of a sudden you're behind in the ball game.
Crisp takes the strike. He's 1 for 2, had a base hit in the 1st inning and grounded out in the 3rd. Sogard at second base, Weeks at first. Good speed on the bases for the Athletics. Oh, 1 pitch out in the air towards center. Borges comes on a couple of steps, makes the catch. Runners cannot advance, 1 away.
And that's a big out. You only get the first out of the inning, but it's a soft fly ball to center field. Doesn't allow the base runners to move up a base. Off speed got Coco Crisp out in front of it.
So 1 away, and here's Hideki Matsui. Hideki with a walk and a ground ball to first. This one pulled to second. Howie has it. Feeds Ibar for one. The relay to first. Not in time. Ball was hit sharply, and Kendrick got handcuffed there. So it took a little while for that play to develop. Plus, it was not a very good feed to Ibar. Fortunately, the Halos got that lead runner at second base for out number 2.
And the throw over to Ibar almost pulled him off the base. Still looked like it got him at first base. It was a close play. So it tells you how strong of an arm Ibar has.
So Sogard standing at third base, Matsui at first. Here's Josh Willingham, and a 1-1 tie here in the fifth with 2 outs. Willingham, the DH, 0 for 2, a fly to left and a ground ball to first. Breaking pitch, caught the corner. It's 0-1. Hisanori Takahashi loosening in the pen for the Halos. Another breaking pitch and another strike. 0-2. Jerome trying to limit it to just that 1 run. After starting the inning, getting up 3 consecutive hits. Up and in. Fastball that got away from Williams. Drops Willingham. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, when Jerome Williams drops his elbow, you're going to have this type of action. This is a fastball that Bobby Wilson wanted up, but out over the plate. Instead, it ran up and in on Willingham. Ooh, that was about as close as it's going to be.
I was going to say, I'm not even sure how he got away without getting hit. So 1 ball and 2 strikes at 2 outs and runners at the corners. Fastball high, 2-2. Jerome with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. 5 hits allowed now. The sinker is yanked foul and into the seats.
Well, now all of a sudden you're seeing Jerome drop his elbow a little bit too much. He's trying to create a good arm angle to have sink on the fastball or change up or breaking pitch, but it's a little bit too low and it's elevating the pitches. There's a fine line when you're at that 3/4 delivery of how you're going to stay down in the zone or if you're going to elevate the pitches.
Breaking pitch lifted in the air down the right field line. Torrey Hunter giving chase. He'll track it down for the 3rd out. And Oakland ties things up. They get a run on 3 hits and leave 2 on. We hit to the bottom of the 5th, knotted up at 1. They eating that Clyde Wright's barbecue?
It might be.
That's what it'll do to you. Alberto Chaos will lead things off here against Guillermo Moscoso. Gooby has put down 17 pieces of gum. Or gum balls, I should say. Chaos takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
This is going to be a challenge.
Now, when you get that 50th in there and it's all chewed up and ready to go, you got to go Kurt Bavakwa and blow the biggest bubble possible on the air.
I'm not so sure this bubble gum is going to be good for that.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Really?
I think I'm losing teeth as we go along here. But all for you, Victor C.
It's not for me, it's for the viewer.
Yes, there you go.
I mean, they've sent you gumballs.
Yes.
One pitch. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. The Angels have not had a base runner since the first inning. The last being Torrey Hunter, who had the base hit in the first. Strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
So effective on that outside corner with the fastball, both against lefties and righties. It's not easy for a pitcher to command both sides of the plate at that spot. Most times a guy's going to be very effective at that part of the plate against the left-hander, but usually will throw inside a lot more of the right-handers, but he can go away on righties. It's the same. You mentioned, Victor, his mechanics, very fluid. Slight hesitation allows him to get that arm over the front leg more consistently.
3-2. Chaos will loops one to left field. Matsui coming on, makes the catch. 1 away. Fans, the Angels would like to thank the greatest fans in baseball. The Halos reached the 3 million fans mark tonight. Tomorrow is Fan Appreciation Day. Oakland is here for a 12:35 start. Fans will have a chance to win great prizes from the Catch Restaurant, 300 bowling, JetBlue, and many, many more. To purchase tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. Another great crowd tonight. Last night, 39,217. Looks like around there, if not a little bit more tonight.
A lot of people.
Yep. 4 more home games. Regular season games tomorrow, and then 3 against the Texas Rangers beginning on Monday night. Vernon lifts one in the air toward left center field. Jason Coco Crisp back, but can't get all of it. Crisp will make the catch for round number 2. A rare fly ball out. Two of them in this inning. Perhaps an indication that Moscoso's trying to stay down in the zone, but elevating his pitches.
He certainly hasn't thrown a lot of pitches in this game. It's 53 pitches thrown, 37 strikes. Here in the 5th inning with 2 outs.
Peter Borges, the man at the plate with 2 outs. Nobody on. Takes the fastball outside. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Evens the count. The Angels got on the board in the 1st inning. Oakland tying it up here at the top of the 5th. Moscoso has been in control. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit. That gets Borges. There's a base runner.
Yeah, there might have been a reason why that fastball was inside on Peter Borges. Willingham got hit last night in an up and in pitch on him earlier. That ball's thrown right at him. Best way to get him back, steal a base, score a run.
So you're looking as a pitcher for the best 2-out, nobody on scenario to hit a guy as opposed to hitting the equal in the opponent's lineup?
I think you take care of business as quick as possible there. With 2 outs, no one on, no question.
Assuming that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I think he was doing that.
Working from the stretch for the first time since the 1st. Borges takes off. They pitch out. The throw down from Suzuki is in time. The inning comes to an end. 5 complete here at the big game. We're tied at 1.
Reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels.
Tied at 1 here at the top of the 6th inning. Williams to face DeJesus, Suzuki, and Allen. David DeJesus 0 for 2, a couple of fly balls to left field. Took something off, misses down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Oakland with 3 hits to start the 5th inning. Jamal Weeks with the RBI base hit that tied this game up. It's 2 balls and no strikes. This one fouled back. A little better motion and arm angle for Williams on that pitch in the first 2 to start off this at bat.
Yeah, he powered through that one on that throw. Talked about it. We're going to show a little bit later on here how he at times during this game has guided his pitch throw as compared to getting over the front leg and having good finish on his pitch.
On the ground, a second. Howie's got it. 1 away. That'll bring up Kurt Suzuki.
Number 8, catcher Kurt Suzuki.
Suzuki's 0 for 2. Ground ball to short, ground ball to third. Showing no effects of that foul ball he hit off the inside of his left knee in that 4th inning at bat. Came out in that pitch out. Gunning Peter Borges and retiring him to finish off the bottom of the 5th. 1-0. Takahashi was up last inning, but nobody warming in the pen for the Angels right now. Jerome in 89 pitches. 52 strikes, 2 punch outs, 2 walks, and the 5 hits allowed. In the air to center. 2 outs.
Turn on the funny every weeknight on My 13, your favorite comedies in back-to-back blocks. The King of Queens at 5, The Office at 6, and How I Met Your Mother at 7. Every weeknight only on My 13. Look, I'm laughing. It's so funny. I can't control myself. That's good stuff.
Gumballs, I guess. Brandon Allen grounds out to Mark Trumbo. 1-2-3 inning for Jerome Williams. Hit the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1. Finishing up his warm-up tosses. Mike Scioscia looking at the lineup card. Jerome Williams fell behind on David DeJesus. Fell behind on Kurt Suzuki, but it turns out to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for the right-handed. For the Angels, the offense needs to get it going. One hit tonight against Moscoso. Bobby Wilson will lead things off, followed by Eric Ibar and then Howie Kendrick.
Well, with Mike Scioscia looking at this scorecard, you think something may be happening here. Bobby Wilson gets a base hit, he may be pinch run for right away.
Bobby takes that pitch way inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base, leading off the 3rd inning. One ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now with a fastball down the middle. Halos over the last 19 innings have managed 5 hits. The 5 innings tonight, the 9 innings last night, and the last 5 innings of that game in Toronto that went 12 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you're seeing a lot of batters over the last few games trying to win the game themselves instead of going, if there's something away, just hit the ball like Torrey has done a couple times. The home run to right center field, the base hit in the 1st inning to right field. Just simplify your approach at the plate. Better results from that.
Wilson fouls it off to the right. Count remains at 2-2. In that stretch, too, I'm kind of looking back to yesterday's game. The Angels have had 3 men in scoring position through those 19 innings. Breaking pitch hit in the air toward left. Matsui back a couple of steps. 1 away. Fans Wednesday is Kids Free Ticket Day at Angel Stadium. Kids 12 and under receive a free ticket to the Angels game with a full price paid adult admission. This offer is only available at the Angel Stadium ticket window. Limit of 5 free kids tickets for every full price paid adult ticket. Remember, that's a 5:05 start. The final regular season game here at the Big A.
That's a great deal.
Ibar shows a bunt, drops it down the third base line. Beautiful placement. Sizemore can't make the play. There's a base hit. A 1-out knock for Ibar.
point perfectly placed by Erick Aybar. That's the 43rd bunt hit this year for the Angels. Then that right down the third base line. The ball is not going to roll foul. Sizemore did all he could to make it a close play, but Aybar beats it out rather easily.
Here's Howie Kendrick with a man on and one out here in the 6th. Howie tonight 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground ball to third. Oh, 1 count. Howie now 1 for 6 against Moscoso. His one, though, a home run. Aybar with a good lead at first. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. It's 0-2.
Well, Howie looks a little bit late on the fastball the last couple nights. Again, the mindset for a hitter, think fastball, adjust to the breaking pitch. Moscoso throwing a lot of fastballs, and he has a decent changeup. His slider's been pretty effective also, but the fastball has been his primary pitch.
Gets one right back to Moscoso, knocks it down. Fires to first. Question is, where did it get him? Aybar advances to second base, but there are 2 outs.
Yeah, we wonder if it got him in the hand area or just in the leg.
Looked like it got him on the left hip. Pardon me, the right hip. Question is, did it get that bare hand near the hip?
Yeah, he was trying to get it out of the way.
Well, Bob Melvin looking at his lineup card would lead you to believe that he might be considering making a move here.
A better view right here. Well, right off the, almost right where the belt is.
The ricochet. Got a chance to throw a couple of warm-up pitches here.
Saying he's fine.
Yep. Well struck by Howie Kendrick. Nothing to show for it. Eric is in scoring position with 2 outs now. Bobby Abreu stepping up.
And you got to believe Moscoso is going to go all speed away, fastball away. See if Bobby makes an adjustment this at bat and goes back up the middle or left center field. Now, if he makes a mistake on the inner half, that's when you turn on it, but you got to be looking away against him.
Bobby's 0 for 2. A fly ball to center and a ground ball to second. Pulled the string on him.
Again, outer half. Bobby's hip opened up. Very difficult to have that type of coverage on the outer half of the plate against him.
Oh, 1 pitch. Good rip it down. What fouls it back. And it's no balls, 2 strikes now. Aybar with that bunt base hit really should have 2 hits on the night. The ball that was dropped down the left field line by Hideki Matsui was ruled an error instead of a double. Eric scoring on the base hit by Torrey in the first. Oakland tying it up in the fifth. And Bobby trying to put the Angels back on top. Boston lost today to the New York Yankees, 9-1 the final. The Angels with an opportunity to pick up a full game. One ball, two strikes.
Try to go change up off the plate.
Tampa Bay Rays won today. They defeated the Toronto Blue Jays, so they now stand a game and a half back in the American League wild card. With 4 to play for the Rays.
And the wild card has kept both leagues interested in the last few games of the season. National League, it's wide open also.
1-2, lifted in the air, foul on the third base side. Now to play. Atlanta lost today to the Washington Nationals. St. Louis Cardinals squeaked one out over the Chicago Cubs. So Cards now 2 games back of the Braves in the wild card. Milwaukee and Arizona clinching their divisions last night, as did the Texas Rangers with the Angels' loss. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs, and Ibar standing at second. The pitch lays off the off speed. 2-2.
The pattern has been changeup and followed by the fastball.
Only 72 pitches thrown by the right-hander tonight. 49 strikes, 2 punch outs. No walks. He did hit a batter. That was Peter Borges with 2 outs in the 5th. Moscoso's 2-2 is bounced to the right side. Weeks can't get it. That's a base hit. Ibar will score, and the Angels are back on top 2-1.
It certainly was a battle for Bobby. Went back outside. This time, a little too much to the plate. He wanted to go off the corner. Bobby's able to roll that ball through the hole between first and second. A huge RBI. RBI number 56 on the season for Bobby Abreu, but saw a lot of pitches, fouled off some tough ones. Took a couple of real tough changeup off the plate, too.
Here's Torrey Hunter with 2 outs and Abreu standing at first. Quick throw to first, and Bobby's back. Bobby will run. 21 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught 5 times. Torrey 1 for 2 tonight. RBI single in the first, picking up his 80th run batted in. Grounded out to Weeks his last time up. Breaking ball down and away. Moscoso going to more off-speed stuff here this inning.
That's the odd thing about it. You're very successful as far as throwing fastballs away consistently, and all of a sudden you go away from that. More off-speed. Hitters catching up to the off-speed pitches.
The 1-0. Torrey hammers one to deep left. Forget about this one. Gone! Big fly for Torrey Hunter, makes it 4-1 Angels.
Well, just like we said in the opening, the heart and soul of this club, the guy that's trying to will the club on his back and get an opportunity to make a run here late in the season. The emotion, The power, back-to-back games now for Torrey Hunter, which he hit a home run against Oakland. This one, a huge one, a 2-run home run. Home run number 23. Now gives him 82 RBI on the season.
3 runs here in the 6th inning. Here's Mark Trumbo. Takes a strike on the inside corner.
Boy, no doubt that fastball ran back. He tried to go fastball away, but that elbow, we talked about it with Jerome a couple times today. The elbow dropped, fastball ran back in, and that ball was crushed.
Breaking pitch rolled foul. Mark tonight, a fielder's choice and the strikeouts. He's 0 for 2. Craig Breslow, the left-hander, begins to loosen for Oakland.
It almost appears as if Mark's trying to hit everything with this upper part of his body. He's a guy that utilizes his lower part of his body very well. The legs still bother him from the early part of the game when he had to field those 3 ground balls himself.
This one popped up on the infield. Brandon Allen coming on. He'll make the catch. That will end the inning, but the Angels retake the lead. 3 hits in the frame. Abreu put the Angels up, and Torrey with a capper. Through 6, Angels lead it 4-1. And something must have happened to that right knee, because even on some of the swings he had in that last plate appearance, just didn't look very comfortable and able to really put a whole lot of pressure on that back leg.
Boy, so tough. He wanted to fight his way through that lower part of his body. As Navarro in the game, playing first base now.
Scott Sizemore, Eric Sogard, Jemile Weeks. 8-9-1 for Oakland. Sizemore 1 for 1. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed downstairs. Full count. Lifts it in the air toward right center field. Borges calls off Torrey Hunter. 1 out.
We talked about Jerome Williams making some adjustments. Here on the left, throwing a changeup where he's cutting across his body, not getting out of that front leg, and that's when he elevated some pitches. And all of a sudden, this one, perfect motion, out over the front leg, working downhill with that sinking fastball. That's the adjustments he made, and what a job he did tonight. 6 1/3, tremendous inning, just 1 run allowed on 5 base hits for Jerome Williams. What a job.
Jerome in line for his 4th win of the season. Departs as Hisanori Takahashi will come on. We're in the 7th. The Angels leading at 4-1. California, a not-for-profit health plan, Blue Shield. Here at the top of the 7th inning with 1 out, Hisanori Takahashi comes on in place of Jerome Williams, who went 6 1/3 tonight. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 run, 5 hits. As you look at Tak's numbers, 59th game for him this year. A 3.56 ERA. Tak last pitched in Thursday's game, with 2/3 of an inning against the Toronto Blue Jays. Eric Sogard, the shortstop, steps to the plate. 2 for 2. Infield single in the 2nd inning. Clean base hit in the 5th. One ball, no strikes. You've got Jamal Weeks on deck, the switch hitter. Spin around, a hit from the right side against Takahashi. One ball, 1 strike. Sogard originally was not in the starting lineup. Cliff Pennington was his shortstop, but right before the game, a last-minute change. Sogard picking up those 2 hits as he pops this one up on the left side of the infield. Cayasco and Ibar. Eric calls off Alberto. 2 outs.
Good communication right there. That's what early in the season Mike Scioscia wanted Eric Ibar to take charge on the pop-ups. There was a number of times where a little bit of confusion. A few baseballs had fallen in the infield. Right away, he calls it. Apparently it's either going to be on that side of the infield, the shortstop's ball, easier to come in on. Same thing on the right side with the second baseman able to make the call, make the play.
Weeks looks at a strike. A second baseman, 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the 5th inning that at that point had tied the game up at 1. A 281 average from the right side compared to the 313 from the left. Tak trying to live on that outside corner, just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike now.
What a job by Jerome Williams. Coming into this game 2-0 at home here at the Big A with an ERA 1.06. Was 6 1/3 tonight. Just 1 earned run allowed. Outstanding job.
Weeks lines one to left center field, a base hit on a 2-1 count. Second hit of the game. Puts a man on with Coco Crisp coming up. Folks, visit the official online shop of the Angels at Angels.com. You can browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source shop, Angels.com. What do you have to 25 gumballs?
25.
You've got 25 more to go.
I know.
With 2 outs here in the 7th.
I got time.
What are you saying? The fat lady's not singing?
I'm going to have to go 5 at a time from now on.
Yeah. You try to do that whole pacing thing, 2 gumballs at a time thing.
Looking for the right time.
It's like you were seeking approval. Coco Crisp, a 1 for 3 night. Checking in on Weeks. 4-1 lead here in the 7th at 2 outs.
I think that's what Bobby Wilson's saying right now to Takahashi. Let's get the batter here. We're up by 3. 2 outs. 7th inning here. Think in terms of the batter.
First pitch, a strike.
Very aggressive with that fastball. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. That's what the mindset has to be for Takahashi and any pitcher in these spots. The batter.
Weeks takes off. The pitch is a strike. The throw down is not in time. Howie arguing that the tag occurred before the hand touched the base. The throw from Wilson sailing toward the runner. That's why Howie's able to drop a quick tag on it. Jim Wolf making the call, and Mike's going to go out and get an explanation.
When that throw just as Weeks is sliding in. See if the glove was right there.
Yep,
he's
sure
out.
enough, they got him. Missed the call. Left hand is not on the bag. Boom, there's the tag, and now gets to the bag.
There's no question he's out.
So Weeks gets credit for a stolen base with the assist going to Wolf. 22 bags on the year now. 0-2. This one fouled back over the screen. Casbah loosening in the pen. Got a left-handed batter, Hideki Matsui on deck. That Willingham the DH. Boy, tied him up with that fastball in. Coco pulling it foul. Still at 0-2. Chopper to the right side. Howie to his left hazard. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit. The man left in scoring position. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, and the Angels still up 4-1. Kids in the house. Great crowd tonight. The second of the 3-game set here against Oakland. The Angels with 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to take a lead against Guillermo Moscoso, who's back out on the mound and delivers a strike to Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo, Wells, and Borges here in the 7th. Alberto's 0 for 2. Ground ball to second and a fly ball to left. Good off-speed pitch. Gets Callaspo out in front. It's no balls and 2 strikes. In case you're keeping track, Doobie, 5 more pieces of gum. He's up to 30. It looks like he's suffering from vertigo now.
There's no doubt.
This one line to left. There's a leadoff base hit for Alberto. Fans, Angels Division Series tickets are on sale now. Tickets are available at Angels.com or by calling 800-745-3000. Pardon me. Be sure to sign up for future postseason pre-sales by becoming an Angels.com insider. Vernon Wells at the plate. He's grounded to short, hit a fly ball to center. Action in the Oakland bullpen now as Moscoso's thrown 82 pitches, 58 strikes, 2 punch-outs, no walks, 5 hits allowed now. Breaking pitch is in for strike 1. Andrew Kerrigan is the right-hander that's loosening. This one out towards center. Chris back a couple of steps, tracks it down as Callaspo heads back to first, 1 away. So Borges comes up now with Callaspo at first and 1 away. Borges was drilled in the left thigh his last time up. 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to second base in the second. Sizemore playing it on the grass at third. Breaking pitch down low. Carrasco takes off, and the pitch is fouled back. Will hit and run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carrasco heading back. The Halos have double barrel action going in their pen. Scott Downs, the lefty. Bobby Cazaval, the right-hander. Carrasco with a short lead at first. 1-1 to Borges. Breaking pitch, line to right to Jesus. Comes in, puts it away, 2 outs.
All of a sudden, Moscoso becoming a fly ball pitcher. And we had that stretch of about 8 straight batters, ground ball out. So all of a sudden, elevating some pitches. Certainly got one up in the strike zone against Torrey Hunter for the 2-run home run.
So Alberto still standing at first base. Here's Bobby Wilson with 2 outs. Craig Breslow, the left-hander, has joined Kerrigan in the pen for the Athletics. Wilson takes upstairs, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Bobby tonight a ground ball to third, a fly ball to left. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Halos breaking through in that 6th inning. Ibar with that beautiful bunt base hit up the third base line. Bobby chops it foul. It's 1-2. Abreu with 2 outs. Pulling a single into right field to put the Angels up 2-1, and then Torrey Hunter with a 2-run home run.
Torrey with 3 RBI in the game.
The 1-2. Bobby fouls one back. Dan Hare scheduled to go Monday against Texas. Jared Weaver right now scheduled to go Wednesday. Santana sandwiched in between. 1-2. Bobby fouls it off to the right. Pretty good performance by Jared Weaver last night. Even though he took the loss, 3 runs, 2 earned in 8 1/3. Jamal Weeks got him in the first. David De Jesus later on. Gio Gonzalez picked up the win. Weaver's ERA remained intact with those 2 earned runs at 2.41.
What an amazing season for Weave, hoping to get 1 more start. The last game of the season.
Justin Verlander, who's the league leader in earned run average, had his jump up today quite a bit to 2.40. So he gave up 5 earned runs. This one popped up on the first base side. It'll land in the seats. It's an opportunity at least to win the ERA crown, perhaps.
It's big.
If you can't get the 20 wins,
But if you can get your team to the postseason,
Yeah.
which was a chance.
Making Wednesday meaningful. Two again. Callaspo goes. It's fouled back again. Just too shy of the 200 strikeout plateau. Had 190 going into the game last night.
Just 56 walks in nearly 236 innings pitched. That's just phenomenal control. Dan Haren also great control.
It's a good thing those guys don't like each other.
No, not at all.
Wilson pulls it foul.
Boy, the ninth pitch. This at bat. Bobby's fighting off some tough pitches. Eventually, it swings to the batter. The more pitches you see, the pitcher's more apt to make a mistake at some point during this sequence.
Well, Moscoso's up to 96 pitches. This will be the 8th of this at bat. Callaspo takes off again, and 2-2's fouled straight back. Most running Alberto's done in quite some time. Little wind sprints between first and second.
And that's about the 4th time Moscoso has thrown over to first base. He's getting a lot of work out. Going back to the base and, of course, going on the pitch.
Doesn't go this time, and Wilson takes that pitch low, so full count. And with 2 outs, Alberto will be taking off on this one. Top of the order, Eric Ibar on deck. There's the payoff pitch. Wilson lines one to center. Coco Crisp, almost dead at his tracks, makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit, 1 left on, 7 complete. Angels still up 4-1.
Weeks continues to swing the bat well. That's the Angels, an RBI single in the 5th, but Jerome Williams, the story of the game. 6 1/3 innings, solid baseball once again for him, staying down in the strike zone. Just 1 earned run, just 2 walks allowed. Very good performance by Jerome.
Scott Downs comes on in place of Hisanori Takahashi with a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Takahashi went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, everything else zeros. Down 6-3 on the year, 1.21 ERA. This is his 59th game. Slow breaking pitch to Hideki Matsui. It's inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Matsui, Willingham, and DeJesus. Scheduled 3 for Bob Melvin. Scott falls behind here at 2 balls and no strikes. Two-oh pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Brian Fuentes loosening. Chopper to the left side. Callaspo off the lines. Got it. And Matsui retired for the first out. The Hideki 0 for 3 game.
Great location. That pitch down and away. Another ground ball out. Scott Downs so effective with the fastball, both inside and out and down in the strike zone. Great target set by Bobby Wilson on the outer half. It's the ground ball that he wanted.
There's Josh Willingham with 1 out, nobody on. The first pitch is in for a strike. Willingham tonight 0 for 3. Fly to left, a ground ball to first, and a fly ball to right. Outside. One ball, 1 strike. Downs pitched Thursday against Toronto. Going an inning into 3rd, walking a man and giving up a hit. We're being told that Mark Trumbo, by the way, as we change gears here, they just made the announcement, has departed this game due to right ankle discomfort. Willingham bounces it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you can just tell the way he was swinging later in the game. All upper body on the swing. He's a guy that generates a lot of power from the lower part of his body to drive the ball to center field, to right center field. Of course, when he turns on it, it's out to left.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Willingham. 2 outs. Boy, good location on that fastball.
He talked about his ability to move the fastball so well and sink the fastball.
David DeJesus looks at a pitch inside for ball 1. The A's right fielder's 0 for 3 with a couple of fly balls to left and a ground ball to second. The Angels needing this victory tonight to pick up a game in the American League wild card. A victory would put them 2.5 back of the Red Sox going into tomorrow afternoon's game against Oakland. The Red Sox will be playing 2 games, a day-night doubleheader at Yankee Stadium. Joe Pinheiro getting to start for the Halos tomorrow. Rich Harden going for Oakland. Two and one. Over 41,000 here tonight. 2-1 pitch. Jesus out toward the alley in left center field. That's going to split the outfielders. Wells can't cut it off. Even if he had, I think DeJesus gets to second base with a 2-out double.
Yeah, right out of the batter's box, he was thinking double. It would have to be a perfect throw if you have any chance. 20th double of the season for DeJesus. Just a solid piece of hitting. The fastball down, went the other way.
So Kurt Suzuki will come up with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Oakland still with a couple of left-handers in their bullpen right now, Breslow and Brian Fuentes. 1-0 count on Kurt Suzuki, the catcher, who's 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a fly ball to center. There's Bob Melvin. Recently signed a 3-year deal to stay as the skipper of the A's. 2 balls and no strikes. Unlike Scott, falling behind a couple of the hitters in this inning. Two-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Halos in the bottom of the 8th inning have the top of their order coming up. Now we're just off the plate, 3-1.
They missed by a whole lot.
Brandon Allen on deck for Oakland. Three-one pitch out toward right center field. Borges going back on. He'll make the catch. The inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Angels up by the score 4-1. Chrysler dealer today. Chrysler, imported from Detroit. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Halos out by the score of 4-1. A run of the first 3 in the 6th. That's where we stand right now. Craig Breslow, the lefty, comes on in place of the departed Guillermo Moscoso. Breslow currently pitching in his 66th game, 0-2 record, a 3.90 ERA. Just 57 and 2/3 innings, 68 hits allowed. And opponents hitting .298 against him. He'll be facing the top of the order in Ibar, Kendrick, and Abreu. So Eric will spin around to hit from the right side. The announced crowd here tonight, 41,113, surpassing 3 million fans for the 9th straight season. The Angels looking for their 86th win of the year. Ibar steps up, 1 for 3 night. Bunt base hit in the 6th inning. He has scored twice. Swinging first pitch, fouls it back. It's 0-1.
And Breslow, good fastball he has, 89-93. He's got a curveball, slider. Changeup his out pitch, his slider.
That's inside, and they got a piece of Ibar, and leadoff man is on board. Second hit batter of the night. Borges plunked by Moscoso in the 5th. Speaking of Moscoso, take a look at that pitch once again. Moscoso went 7 innings tonight. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 4 runs all earned, 5 hits. 1 was a home run.
No question, that was a mistake there by Breslow. That was a slider.
Four runs, 3 earned for Moscoso. That's my still thinking that Ibar's.
That may change.
In the first inning should have been a double, not an error. Yowie Kendrick 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground ball to third, and he lined one off of Moscoso in the 6th inning. Ibar takes off. They got him picked off. Allen's throw to short, and Ibar is thrown out. 1 away.
Generally, you're guessing along with a left-handed pitcher on first movement. Breslow, a good move to first. Strong throw by Allen. Sjogard at shortstop position to make that tag at second base.
Now he fouls off the breaking pitch. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hey, no carryover effect for the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight.
Yeah, they brought their hitting shoes out.
14-2, they lead the Giants at the bottom of the 8th.
Same thing with Milwaukee.
Yep. Still a 1-2 count. Milwaukee picking up the win over Florida after clinching last night. And by the way, since we are in the bottom of the 8th inning, what do you had, 40 pieces of gum?
41.
41 pieces of gum. So now you've gone to the odd numbers.
Grab whatever came out of that gumball machine, which was a tremendous giveaway. By
it's
the way.
a good wad you got going there. 1-2, swing and a miss, 2 outs. In case you're wondering what we're talking about, tonight they gave away these gumball machines, and when we started doing the reads, what was it, a couple of weeks ago right here?
Yes.
We got to talking, wondered how many gumballs would actually fit in this thing. Gooby said 50. I said, all right, well then you could try to put 50 pieces of gum in your mouth throughout the game. See that swollen cheek? That's not a dip. That's 41 pieces of bubble gum.
41 pieces of gum, yes.
Unbelievable. 9 more to go. Yeah, that would be a lovely.
Yeah, that's
you showing that?
Yes,
there it is.
Perfect.
Yeah,
it's very comfortable. My gums are really feeling good right now.
Mixed in there too is the occasional pretzel that you ate between innings.
Yeah. Well, I guess it could be worse. I got to be doing it with Jarrett Weaver youth small shirt on here.
Well,
that
you
would be a little more difficult.
You wouldn't be able to breathe.
No.
Although it does have a slimming effect on you. Bobby takes the breaking pitch down low. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah.
The things that you do for my amusement.
Yes, no question.
It's unbelievable. It's great. It's 2-1. But we're here to promote all the great sponsors that we have, great items we give away, and to salute the fans.
We do because we care.
That's right. The Braves swinging and missing on that sweeping slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bobby, a 1-for-3 night, had an RBI single in the 6th. This one looped down towards center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Looks like that ball is knuckling out there. And Bobby picks up a 2-hit night. Take a look at our Fiat play of the game. And it came in the 6th inning.
Corey Hunter, fastball, crushed it. 23rd home run of the season. That ball went out by a lot, over a 387 sign to left center field. The emotional leader of the ball club, Torytown.
Craig Breslow is done here, facing 3 batters, gets 2 outs. And we're going to the bullpen, a pitching change. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Angels up by the score 4-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Oakland, number 67.
The Angels up 4-1. New pitcher on. Andrew Kerrigan takes over for Craig Breslow. Sixth game this year as he faces Torii Hunter.
Kerrigan with a good fastball, 91-95. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Torii swinging first pitch. Skies went down the right field line, but tailing into the seats. No balls in the strike. Oh, 1 pitch down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torii 2 for 3 game. 3 runs batted in. 82 RBIs on the year. 23 home runs now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lifts this one in the air to shallow left. Sogard going out, gives way to Matsui, makes a catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. We head to the 9th. Jordan Walden coming on to protect a 4-1 lead. Coach turning the ball over to Jordan Walden to try to close this one out. Get the game, the Angels, I should say, a game closer to the Boston Red Sox, the American League wild card.
And Jordan Walden with that great fastball of late, but very effective in that fastball over first pitch strike. Slider's been very good also when he doesn't overthrow it.
31 saves this year, pitching in his 60th game. And here in the 9th, he'll be facing the bottom third of the order, barring any pinch hitters: Brandon Allen, Scott Sizemore, and Eric Sogard. Brandon Allen tonight, the first baseman, is 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out to first. First pitch fastball missing down low. Walden pitched in Thursday's game, went an inning and 2/3. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Delivers a strike here on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Doobie finally made it through. 50 pieces of gum tonight. Yes, you can throw it out.
Well, I'm gonna close this out first.
You want to keep it in? Yeah, because you don't want to jinx it.
No.
You've done such a terrific job with it.
As long as Torey, after the game, if we have him on the interview, doesn't say we got to do it again tomorrow.
Well, you know what?
I'll do it.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Allen. 1 out. It is all about keeping the same pace, right?
Yeah.
Doing the same routine.
Oh, yes. Maybe you should try it tomorrow then.
Oh, yeah. Jump right on that.
Oh, sure.
It's all about the analyst on the broadcast. Sizemore with a walk, a base hit, and a fly to center. Breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Downstairs, 2-1 now.
We'll just go right after him here with that fastball. Great velocity so far tonight.
Didn't miss by much. 3-1. Eric Sogard, the shortstop's on deck. And a walk. So a man on now for Sogard, who's had a 2-hit game, 2 for 3. Mike Scioscia hollering out to Efren Navarro. Took over for Mark Trumbo at first base to play off the bag, especially with Sogard at the plate, a left-handed batter. Oh, 0-1.
Sogard has hit into 2 double plays. Navarro very good as far as the glove at first base if he does turn a 1 down the first base side.
Lifted in the air, foul, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Trying to overthrow that fastball just a little bit. Wanted to.
You can afford to do so when you're ahead of the count like that, 0-2. Just to change the eye level, then work back downstairs with the fastball.
Fastball gets away from Wilson, and that will allow Sizemore to get into scoring position. Wild pitch. Jordan with his 31 saves, 5th in the American League.
Overthrew that fastball there. Didn't make the adjustment after that high fastball. And this is the guy you want to get. You got Weeks on deck. That it seems to be always up at the right time for Oakland. Certainly not for the Angels, though. He's been making good contact.
Yep. Jordan picking up that 30th save of the year on September the 13th, becoming the 5th rookie closer since 2000 with 30 or more saves. Swing and a miss. Down goes Sogard, 2 outs. Jordan joining Papelbon, Sasaki, Kimbrel, and Feliz.
That's the luxury you have. If you have a fastball, you can rush up there 96 to 98 range. That is for a hitter. You have to start to bat quicker, and you're going to occasionally chase pitches out of the strike zone. That pitch was down and out of the strike zone, but Walden get the swing and miss.
So here's Jamal Weeks with Sizemore at second and 2 outs here in the 9th. Weeks has had a multi-hit game, 2 for 4 as he looks at a fastball for a strike. Jordan taking just a little bit off of it. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Hayes down to the last strike. The Angels trying to get to 2.5 back of the Red Sox in the wild card. The 0-2. Line back up the middle. Ibar can't get it. It's a base hit. Sizemore comes in to score, and it's 4-2. Jamal Weeks with his 3rd hit, 2nd RBI of the game.
He's just a tough out. Continues to put the ball in play. We went right after him with a fastball, but a fastball on the inner half and down. Left-handed batter, that's the spot where you have a better opportunity to hit the ball. The ball up the middle just by Ibar, trying to dive to keep that ball in the infield.
Here's Coco Crisp. And it's no balls and a strike. outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weeks takes off. This one bounced over to first. Navarro has it, takes it himself. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the victory by the final of 4-2.
And pick up a game on the Boston Red Sox. Torrey Hunter with a big game for him. Base hit RBI in the first inning. Then a 2-run home run, his 23rd home run of the season. In the 6th, but Jerome Williams did an outstanding job. We talked about picking up a game on Boston. This one behind the Rays also. 2.5. It's definitely a thing where it's doable right now if you play good baseball, and they certainly did that tonight.
Great game by Torrey Hunter. Jerome Williams picks up his 4th win of the season. Guillermo Moscoso takes the loss. And Jordan Walden notches his 32nd save. The Halos win it by the final of 4-2. Stick around. Angels Live is coming up next. We get a chance to talk with Torrey about his performance in the next 4 games. That's coming up next.